These are difficult financial times, and reducing store shrink to recover lost profits has never been more important. In fact, proactively reducing store shrink is likely to be your most direct route to real profit improvement, competitive advantage, and survival. This information-packed video series by Larry Miller is entitled The Total Store Manager. Larry is the recognized loss prevention authority, and in this series, he will reveal to you a wealth of valuable tips and techniques that you can start using now to reduce and even eliminate the shrink losses that are robbing your bottom line. Don't miss any of the 14 segments that will be presented right here. Then plan to bring Larry in for a live, upbeat, and highly productive store manager training workshop at your company. This is the first of Larry's 2 special segments on controlling perishable shrink. Here you'll discover the 4 perishables rules that must be applied in your stores and the 5 inescapable truths to perishables management that will produce strong margins and help you achieve added profits, plus broader and deeper customer satisfaction.
Let's talk about perishables and what it means to have a gorgeous, beautiful, fresh, lush produce department that enlivens the store and wakes up the store and speaks to freshness in the stores. This is not one of your stores. What? Not that your stores don't look like this. I was just trying to be clear. This is not one of your stores. That was my only point of reference, right? But a produce department is one of those things in a store that can just breathe life and freshness and beauty like a floral department can into a store when it's properly merchandised, properly leveled, not green peppers. And when it's properly laid out and properly color coordinated, a produce department can do wonders to communicate fresh messages to your customers, whether they buy it or not. That's why it indeed is one of my favorite departments, because it is an explosion of wow merchandising done correctly. And it does all kinds of things to generate customer loyalty and customer perception about your freshness, your quality in your store. It comes alive there. But there are some lessons that we have to know. There are some rules that we have to apply. Rule number 1 is customers are loyal to perishables. They are not loyal to groceries. There's no customer that shops a store because of Del Monte green beans. That's not why they come to your store. They come to your store because of fresh produce, fresh meat, beautiful deli salads, fresh bakery, and any other department seafood that I happen to be missing in here today. Perishables drive store sales and profits. Grocery anymore is a carry-on. It's an add-on to what the customer actually comes to your store for, and that is fresh and friendly people. Fresh and friendly is not communicated through the grocery department. Grocery department is an add-on to the fresh and friendly concept. Now, again, of course grocery is important, right, so that we don't miss the message. But when you're talking about communicating the fresh and friendly attitude, you're talking about communicating freshness and creating customer loyalty. You're talking about perishables. It's very, very important. Stores lose 20% of their available profit to produce shrink, and by reversing that, we can add 33% to bottom line profit by reducing perishable shrink by about 20%. So the trade-off is huge. There are 5 inescapable truths to perishable management. And it's important that you take these into your heart, get them to your assistant managers, get them to everybody. Truth number 1, you profit in perishables by selling what you buy and selling it fast. That's why Carl and I talked about get it in, get it out, get it sold. Get it in, empty cooler at 4 o'clock, full racks, beautiful racks, signed racks, fresh racks, rotated racks, cold racks, out the door, empty cooler, ready to receive next truck. Truth number 2, there's an inescapable connection between perishable freshness and quality and customer satisfaction. It is where customer satisfaction is bred, is in your perishable departments. But I want to clarify something. Not just through your products are your perishable departments communicating customer satisfaction and freshness. If your employees wear uniforms, frocks, name badges, whatever their dress code is, they are part of the story that you tell through perishables. So your operating standards have to not only be for fresh, full, well-designed racks, but clean, fresh, proper-looking employees servicing those racks. It is an operating standard that helps to communicate the freshness about the department, and it helps to put your employees in a mindset of quality when they're asked to look like quality people in business. So it's really important that we establish standards not only about our racks and our coolers, but about our people. Right? We already talked about greeting the people when you see them and looking them in the eye, taking a break, not working the green peppers or working the cucumbers, going, "Hi, how you doing?" Yeah, no. That's not "I care about you." It's, "Hi, how are you today?" You can still move, right? We can do 2 or 3 things at one time. So actually look them in the eye and talk to them. Button up your jacket if you're wearing a jacket. Have your name badge on. Look like a clean, well-merchandised employee. All important. Number 4, customer satisfaction is driven by perishable quality and freshness with a service presence. That's me and the customer talking all the time, making sure that the product isn't more important, my job isn't more important than the person that's in my department that I'm doing that job for. Right? I'm there setting the department for the customer that's coming in. I need to make sure that that customer is indeed my priority. Because otherwise there's no purpose to putting the stuff up, because if I don't treat that customer with urgency and respect, they will leave me alone and I will not have to deal with them again. Number 5, operating control, or operating to provide quality and freshness, equals operating for shrink prevention, equals operating for sales, equals customer satisfaction. It is a triple win. It's the first 5 of the 5 truths of dealing with perishables that should be communicated to every employee in the store, because you want your cashiers representing the meat department and the produce department and the deli department effectively, so that when they go on break and they look at the produce department, or they walk through the store to the back room and they see the meat department and they see that there's a hole, or they see that something's missing, or a customer says to them, "Top round steaks are not available, they're in your ad," the cashier doesn't just go, "Well, yeah, okay, I'll tell them." Right? That the cashier actually takes responsibility to help communicate that and be part of the team. So those things are really important. The lesson that we learn out of that, there's a single lesson that is really important that we get. Having fresh produce isn't enough. Having fresh meat isn't enough. Having quality isn't enough. We have to present it all in one package of great people serving up great product, serving up great service, serving up to great customers. That's what causes the margins that we need. That's what causes the margins that we desire. That becomes the margins of survival for growth that we're going to need going through the rest of this year as we continue through the economic cycles. We can actually take advantage right now of the economic cycles that we're in by building our programs, by building our stores in a much better, proactive way.
For information about customized seminars for your store managers, or for specific solutions to your loss prevention problems, contact Larry Miller personally at 602-448-8500 or visit retailcontrol.com for free tips, techniques, and lots more.